Welcome to the Horse Hour, the storytelling show that tells true stories for entertainment purposes only. Even if they're true, they're for entertainment purposes only. I want to start off today by the most important thing that's going on right now on the planet. Okay? The most important thing for the world, for our people, okay? For the chosen ones. Okay, very, very important situation is going on that we have the responsibility, and it is up to us to unite and vote to free the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. It is our responsibility, it is our duty to show the master teacher love. Enough talking. Let's show it. Let's put our words into action, and let's vote for the master teacher, the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. He has brought us 76 trillion years of the correct knowledge and information that will set your mind free and deliver you from mental slavery. People don't realize that we have been put under a spell, and that spell is called religion. Okay, we've been under a religious spell, and it has got us to the point where we don't know how to use sound, right reasoning. Wusubat teaches that. It's our culture. It's the beginning. It's what everyone copied from. Okay, all the religious texts only go back 6,000 years. Okay, Dr. Malachi ZK York is bringing us 76. So right there, that should automatically tell you that everybody done copied off of us. Okay, and that's all they're doing. So Wusubat is the way. Wusubat is the culture. Wusubat is the beginning. Okay, so the master teacher has broke down all the religions, the three main religions, the Muslims, and you got so many different sectors of these religions too. Christianity, and then you have the Jewish ones, and then the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran. Okay, so the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, has broken all of them down. He's written over 1,500 books to give us the correct information. No one on the planet has done this, okay? So the master teacher has been falsely imprisoned for giving us this knowledge, bringing us the knowledge to set our minds free, and also to bring us a nation of our own, because that was one of his plans, to bring us a nation of our own, okay? We don't have to live in a society where you only have two people to choose from. You got two heads of the same demon, okay? It's like, which devil is better, the red devil or the blue devil? That's not much of a choice. But now we have a choice. We don't have to deal with either one of those, okay? We can vote for our own, have our own nation, and live in a better world by voting for the one and only master teacher, Dr. Z.K. York. He's the only one that speaks 19 different languages, all right? He has broken down all these religious texts to bring you the truth. And each one of these Bibles, these religious texts, he was able to show you and give you evidence and proof of the lies, the deception, the trickery in these books, how they are deceiving you and making you pray to demons instead of gods. Okay? A God doesn't lie, cheat, or steal. Okay? That's the nature of a God. When you have somebody in your book telling you to commit genocide, telling you it's okay to enslave another being, telling you that if you don't obey them, they're going to burn you in a lake of fire. Oh, and this lake of fire is supposed to last for eternity. So you want to worship a God, he's got to be one trickster God, because if he knows everything and can control everything, and he can change everything by the snap of his fingers, why would he send you somebody that he knows is going to deceive you and trick you and make that person smarter than you? Because apparently you were coming here in sin and in darkness. But this other being, the being of light, the Lucifer, okay, that guy, the one that's God created, gonna send your God is gonna send him down here to trick you. And if you fall for his tricks, the one that your God sent, if you fall for the tricks, he's gonna burn you and torture you for eternity. I think I'd rather find another God to worship. Okay? Good thing you guys are talking about that white Jesus. Because I ain't going that route. Okay? Good thing you guys are talking about religion. Because Wusubat is not a religion. I'm glad I can follow that culture. Okay? A way of life. Following the natural laws of nature. Yeah, I can do that. Okay? I can live without killing animals. I can live without eating meat. I can live without causing my own self-harm by killing myself. Okay? This world has got us so dumbed down that people will go out and buy a pack of cigarettes when it's got a skull and crossbones on it with a warning sign saying this has been known to cause cancer in laboratory animals. This is hazardous to your health. It tells you that. This is hazardous to your health. Has a skull and crossbones on it. Last time I seen somebody in the store buying 2 packs of Newport cigarettes, and it came up to $23. And his biggest decision was, should I get the longs or the shorts? But he wants the menthol. You're going to spend that much money to kill yourself. You're going to spend that much money to slowly kill yourself. You're not going to use sound, right reasoning and say, hey, if I smoke this, I might not drop dead now. But hey, looking at this label says it causes lung cancer. Should I wait for it to get the lung cancer and then call on Jesus? Because we already know he ain't showing up. He ain't showed up for nobody I know ever. How many times have you prayed for somebody that was in the hospital? Told Jesus come help. He ain't show up, did he? And then you just make up the excuse. I guess that was God's will. Well, he sure does will a lot of death, don't he? Listen, study Wusubat. Okay? Get some sound, right reasoning. Learn how to use your brain. Learn how to ask questions. Okay? Ask the proper questions. Ask the right questions. Okay? Ask the right questions about your religion. Okay? Ask the questions to these Christians that always come up to you talking about love and all this stuff. You ask them, you love yourself so much. Why do you still eat meat? Just ask them that. And then ask them, why do you eat meat when your own Bible tells you not to? Not only does it tell you not to, it states that it is evil. It literally says it's evil for you to do that. And why do you do it? I asked my mama, and you know what she said? She said, because Jesus died on the cross. And if somebody can make that make sense for me, please do. Put it in the chat. Make it make sense. Now you can eat meat because Jesus died on the cross, which makes no sense because I thought Jesus came to uphold his Father's law. And if his law was for you not to eat meat, should you not be eating it? So I don't want none other Christian come trying to talk to me about no doggone Jesus, especially when you got a piece of fried chicken in your hand, or you walking around with a plate full of pork ribs. I mean, gee whiz. Make that make some sense. I know you can't, because it makes no sense. So for all you pork chop eating pastors and all you chitlin ministers, don't try to talk to me about your religion and about what you believe. Not when I got the actual facts. Okay? I got the actual facts. All right? And these actual facts, guess what it teaches you how to do? Voila. What is he pointing to? His brain teaches you how to use sound right reasoning. Wusubat, Nuwapu, okay? Teaches you how to use sound right reasoning, the way of life. So don't let people fool you and tell you things that are different, okay? And another thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so that's the most important thing that's going on in the world today. It's us uniting, getting together, and showing our love for the master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York, getting out, showing our love, and voting for him. Okay? Vote for the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. Okay? We need Wusubat. We need it in our lives. Okay? Wusubat. Now and forever. Religion, never. Okay? Religion was used to enslave you. Okay? They done broke the chains, but enslaved your mind. All right? It's destroying the world. Okay? We need Wusubat. Wusubat, okay, is where it's at. And that's what we need. So, hey, let's do it. Free the master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. Show your love and vote. Okay? I'll say it again. Go to the United Nubian Nation at gmail.com or go to Dr. Duzwa York at gmail.com. Dr. DOOSUA Duzwa York at gmail.com. Let them know you want to show your love by voting for the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. Yes, and everybody that watches the Horus Hour, Tawutat, thank you, and much ashuk. Okay, the master teacher is calling us, and we're listening. Okay, we're paying attention. All right, if you are listening to my channel, then yes, the master teacher is calling you. He's trying to get in touch with you. Okay, yes, he wants you to vote. Okay, yes. Did you find my channel? Did you find Dr. Duzwa York's channel? Did you find that? Are you listening to OSM Vision? Okay. That's another channel. OSM Vision. They show their love for the master teacher. Okay. They have plenty of student teachers of the master teacher, the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. Okay. I have to show his picture and say he's the one and only master teacher, because there's a lot of people out there that's trying to fake and pretend, and it's not time for that. A lot of people take the information and try to use it as their own. Okay, anybody talking to you about this ancient Egyptian order and telling you they're a scholar and all this kind of stuff, they should be talking about Troth Tahiti. Ha Nabayanun, Dr. Malachi ZK York. That's who they should be talking about, because they should know that he already incarnated into Dr. Malachi ZK York. Okay? They're supposed to have so much knowledge, and they know that energy never dies, that it only transforms. So if you know that, and you know about Tahiti, you know about Troth, then you should know about Dr. Malachi ZK York. He's already proven himself. He's the only man on the planet that speaks 19 languages and has written over 1,500 books. That's why he's the one and only master teacher, okay? No other man on the planet has written over 1,500 books, speaks 19 languages, and has 76 trillion years of the correct knowledge and information, teaching us Wusubat, okay? The correct thinking. So, for that reason, we should show our love and go vote, okay? Show it. No talking, show it, okay? Let them know that we do love him, that we do want him to be free. He's 100% innocent, okay? 100% innocent. We know he's innocent. It's not a belief, it's a knowing, okay? 100% innocent. Dr. Malachi Z.K. York. Let's free him. Let's bring the master teacher home. Best way to do that is to vote, okay? Vote. Show your love. Go to the United Nubian Nation at gmail.com or go to Dr. Duswa York, DOOSUA, York, at gmail.com. Show your love for the master teacher. And let me see. You know, another thing I wanted to talk about, okay? Because that was the first thing I want to talk about, because that's the most important thing going on the planet, is freeing the master teacher. The next thing I want to talk about is that devil, okay? Now, I call him a black devil because he is so slick. Isn't the devil a deceiver? Oh my goodness, okay? This dude has got to be stopped, all right? He's got to be stopped. And I said I wasn't going to stop exposing this devil until he refunds all the money that he has stolen and deceived people out of, okay? Like I said, I got all my proof, all right? Let me show you the box he sent me, because I told you I was going to do that. Look at this little box, and it's not even coming from the Village of Life. Look where it's coming from. Hayat, what does it say? Sacred Energies, okay? Brother done changed the name. What happened to the Village of Life? That's on my credit card receipt, okay? And this place is not even, this place is in Decatur, Georgia. This place is in Decatur, Georgia. And you see how little this box is? You see how little this box is, right? You see it. You're looking at this little box, all right? This brother gonna send me pictures of boxes this big. Look how big these boxes are, okay? Look how big it is, all right? You wanna get a better picture? Let me show you a better picture, okay? Let me show you a better picture. There you go. See how big them boxes are? Okay. Why you send me this little box? All right. And why did it take 5.5 months to get it? 5.5 months after he had been lying, okay, saying that the website wasn't his. All right. Listen, all the times I contacted him, he deleted me off the Facebook. Okay. This is all the stuff all the games he was playing. All right. Deleted me off the Facebook, telling me, oh, I'm here to help, all this stuff. And then when I sent him a copy of my credit card receipt, he blocked me off on all the pages, so I couldn't get in touch with him again. Answered none of my calls, but I got 3 numbers. And I have been trying to get in touch with him for 3 months. Okay. After 3 months, okay, he never got in touch with me. Okay. Somebody else had to get him on the phone and get in touch with him and get in touch with me. So he had us on the 3-way. Okay. So this other person, okay, I call him a superhero because it took me 3 months and I couldn't get in touch with him. And it took this brother 3 minutes. Okay? He's trying to bring love and unity into the Nuwapian nation. Okay? This brother gets on the phone and lies. Okay? He said it wasn't even him on the phone. Straight up said it wasn't him. Said he don't even have a website. This is what he said. I'm like, okay, I didn't even argue. I said, the only thing I said is it sounds just like you, but hey, okay. So we talked. He said he was going to send me this Hilal tea kit. But you seen that little box. So 2 months later, I still hadn't gotten it. All right. And that's when I put in, again, I put in another post saying, use a liar. Okay. He got mad. All right. But that's when he cursed me out, calling me all kind of names, threatened my life and all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm gonna use this Hilal tea kit. How you gonna threaten my life and then send me a tea kit after 5.5 months? You gonna threaten my life and then send me the tea kit, and it don't even have it got a different name on it. What happened to the Village of Life? What happened? What, you changed your name? Is that what happened? You changed your name. Why did you block? I know what it is. He didn't want nobody to know where he lived, where his office was, because when he ripped him off, he don't want nobody showing up to his office. Okay, so he blocked you on the Facebook, and then you can't show where you sent your. You don't have any evidence. Okay, because once he's blocked you, all the communications that you was doing on the Facebook, it goes away. So you can't even pull it up no more. Okay, only if you saved it. All right, but what I did was, as soon as he did all that stuff, I did a snapshot. Okay, before he took his face off of it. Okay, before he deleted me, I did a snapshot of me showing my credit card receipt, and then bam, busted, because I got that picture that I showed you guys several times. Okay, I got that posted all the time. I keep posting that so you can see it, so you can be aware of the fake Nawapians that's out there. Okay, the devils, the deceivers. Okay, do you know how evil that is for somebody to send you some money and you gonna play around while this person got high blood pressure, diabetes, any disease, especially those two main ones? You already know how fast somebody can slip into diabetic coma or go into insulin shock. We already know how fast somebody's high blood pressure can go up. Okay, don't they call that the silent killer? Yeah, that's what they call it. Why do they call it that? They don't call it for that. They don't call it that for no reason. It's got to be a reason. And here this dude gonna be playing around, talking about he didn't get my money. So he ain't gonna send me the product, didn't send me my money. And he wasn't gonna send it to me until he got the phone call. So somebody else got us on the phone. And after that, he still lied and didn't send it and started doing the same old games. Every time I call, you can't, the mailbox is full, you can't leave a message, or you just can't leave a message at all, or leave a message and they never call you back. I got 3 different numbers for the same company. 3 different numbers. So this dude is a scam artist. Okay, look how little this box is. Why would you show me a picture of these big old boxes? Why would you show me a picture of these big old boxes? Okay, and then send me this little old box. Ain't that false advertising? Look at this little box. Ain't that false advertising? So yeah, he ain't getting away with nothing. So yeah, so this ain't about if you sent me my package. Okay, I'm asking questions. Okay, I'm using sound right reasoning. Okay, first question: why did you lie and say that it wasn't you who sent me the text message on my phone, the service menu for the Hilal tea kit? Why did you lie and say that that wasn't you? That's what I want to know. So you lied to me then. Why did you lie and say you did not receive any money when I showed you my credit card receipt? Why did you lie? I want you to answer those questions. Okay? Answer those questions. Why did you lie? Why did you say you was going to send it to me after I talked to you on the phone and you still didn't do it? Why did you call me out my name after I asked politely if there was an update on the number you told me to call if I had a problem after I talked to you on the phone? It was 2 months and I still hadn't received the order number or a tracking number. So yeah, that's a good reason to call your wife and say, hey, Rahubat, you said you were sending me an order number and a tracking number. That's what you said. I haven't received it yet. Is there an update? And your update was to send me a picture of some boxes and tell me how busy you were. So after 3 months, you going to send me, no, this is 4 months now. You going to send me a picture of some boxes that I saw on the fake website. Make some sense. These are pictures that I seen on the fake website that you said wasn't yours. Well, the website ain't fake. It's a real website. It's just designed to take your money because you're not getting an order number or a tracking number. So how are you supposed to track your order? How are you supposed to? That's why I said he think he's slick, because now once I put that it was on January January the 31st. Okay, so I don't hear from you at all for another 2 months. Don't hear from him at all. Took 2 months till after I put that post back out there that he was a liar and a thief. And it took that long, 5 months, for this brother, after all that, for him to send me this little ass box. And it don't even say the Village of Life on it. So this box and my credit card receipt got 2 different things on it. He was never intending to send me that Hillel Tea kit or my money. Okay? The only reason he did that is because an elder said something about it. So he gonna try to make it look like it was an accident, okay? Or it was a mistake or something. That's what he gonna try to do. That's why he sent it and still didn't call me and give me an order number or a tracking number. Because he could have simply said, here's your order number and your tracking number, and sent it. It took 5.5 months to send me this box. It took 5.5 months to send me this little ass box. But when you see him on the Facebook, he's holding a box in 2 hands. He's holding a box like this, like it's gonna be a big old box that you're getting. Okay, if you get something, like I said, it's been 5.5 months, but he was saying that he didn't get it the whole time, and I never ever would have gotten it if somebody else wouldn't have intervened and made that dude send this to me. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, he didn't send this to me on his own. Okay, it wasn't until after I put that post out on January the 3rd, that's when he got on there, started making threats and all that kind of stuff. So now after you threaten my life, you think I'm going to put that stuff in my mouth? Are you crazy? Have you lost? See, I listen to the master teacher. Okay, I know how to use sound, right, and reason. Okay, actual facts, bro. So that's why I came with the hardcore evidence. Show some proof. All right. Don't you think the master teacher know what I'm doing? Yes, he does. Okay. And he knows what you're doing too. That's why you had to be exposed. Hayat Mitwal. Master teacher knows all. Okay. He knows everything we're doing. Okay. Why you think so many of us was chosen? Okay. We just didn't know it. Okay. We're just now finding out. A lot of us are just now finding out and realizing what's going on. Like I said, if you found this channel and you found Dr. ZK York, you found OSM Vision, yeah, you're on the right path. Okay. And it's not a coincidence, because there's no such thing. Okay. It's not a coincidence that he's calling you. It's not a coincidence that you start reading these books and it start opening up your DNA and you want to learn more. It's not a coincidence that you saw the master teacher and you didn't believe he was innocent. You knew it. You knew it. You felt it in your heart. You knew it. And even though you knew it in your heart, you went and you searched for the evidence, okay? So you won't have to be, I believe he's innocent. You don't have to say, I believe the master teacher's innocent. You was like, oh, I know he's innocent. I'm in the knowing, baby. I know he's innocent. So I don't have to tell anybody about nothing I believe, okay? Because I don't believe in nothing, okay? I get the facts, so I know, okay? Now, that's how I live my life now. I live my life by following the actual facts, okay? So you want somebody to teach you the actual facts? Listen to Dr. ZK York, okay? The Actual Facts Podcast, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, 100% innocent. It is time to free the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York. Okay? Time to bring in that Wusubat. Time to bring in that actual facts. Okay? Because Wusubat is where it's at. That religion is doing nothing but killing you. Okay? It's destroying the planet. All right? So, all things that are bringing you hell, religion. Okay? You want to know why your life is a living hell? Because you practice religion. All right? Time to break away from that. Okay? So, anyway, that's the reason I exposed Hayat Mitwal, because I'm out here trying to introduce people to a new way of life, introduce them to Wusubat. I'm telling them about the innocence of the master teacher, the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. I'm telling them about this stuff, letting everybody know that he's innocent, and we don't have time to have fake people out there, especially you're going to try to be a fake Nuwapian representing the master teacher. If you want to represent the master teacher, then you're going to have to live the life, okay? You're going to have to live by the doctrine. And nowhere in this doctrine does it tell anybody to lie, cheat, and steal, okay? Nowhere in this doctrine it tells anybody to create a fake website, take money from people that are ill, that are actually sick, okay? And depending on to get help from somebody. And they come to the Nuwapian Nation thinking the Nuwapian Nation got a Nuwapian healer. Okay, because that's how I was. I was like, man, the Nuwapian Nation got a Nuwap shoe. Let me get something from him. So I didn't check for anybody else. I went straight to the person I thought was my brother. Okay. Hey, this brother's another Nuwapian? Okay. A Nuwapian healer? Shoot, I was excited. Okay. I was excited, all happy, all gung-ho until I placed my order. Okay. And the second I placed my order and I didn't get an order number or a tracking number, the games was on. Okay. And that was September the 5th, 2025. All right. I was like, wait a minute, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I placed the order and didn't get an order number and a tracking number. First time it ever happened. And I started trying to come. And then another thing was so crazy is soon as he got that money, whoop, 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 all communication stopped. Okay. You see how fast he answered me the 2 times? He answered me saying, I'll play it for you. Okay. From the website that he said was not him. Okay. And that's the whole thing. Okay. He said it wasn't him. I'll show you a picture of this stuff again. Okay. That was a fake website. All right. Called him on the phone. Look how fast he answered me when I said I wanted to order this Hilal tea kit. Okay. Look how fast he answered when I said I wanted to order. Okay. And then here we go.
Yes, I could definitely ship you the herbal remedies. And also, I'll send you a link to pay.
I will send you a link to pay. All right. So now I tell him what I want, and here we go again.
Afu, I appreciate you greatly. Make sure that you give me a name and address, please, and I'll go ahead and send you a link to order.
See how fast he's answering me back now? As soon as I place my order, crickets. Nothing. He's not answering me back. Okay. What day is this? Monday, September 15th. Okay. That's the first time he answers me back. And that's when he gives me a second number and tells me to place my order to talk to his wife about, I wanted to do a virtual consultation. Okay. He wanted that money, sent me a different phone number. Okay. Next thing you know, don't hear from him on that phone number again. Okay. At all. All right. Until I wrote that one down. Yeah. Until then, Saturday, January 31st, 2026. You see when I placed the order? I placed the order September 5th, 2025. And it took you till January 31st, 2026 to say, did you get the kit? It took you till Saturday, January 1st, 2026 to say, did you get the kit? Do you know how many times I called and left my number, phone number, name, and address? Okay. You know how many times I did that? Several times. Okay. And he never answered me back. Okay. So yeah, so that's what this is about, Hayat Miwal. It's not about you taking 5 months. It's about you lying the whole doggone time, saying that it wasn't your website. You taking the money and then lying and saying that it wasn't you, and lying at saying that you didn't get the money. This brother going, "Hey God, I didn't get the money." Yes, you're right. I know I'm a God. I don't lie, cheat, or steal. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Yes, I follow the doctrine to a T. Okay? Keep my body, mind, and spirit as clean as possible. Okay? I do my best. Okay? I do my very best. I'm not perfect. But I do my best. I do my best. And if you lying to somebody, that's not doing your best. It's too easy to tell the truth. You don't have to lie. You don't have to steal. And you don't have to cheat. Those are things you don't have to do. Okay? You know how evil that is? Somebody got diabetes and they sitting over there. Oh no, I'll just wait on Hayat Mitwal. I'll be okay. He said he's gonna send me some Hill All Tea kit. That's gonna take care of everything. Meanwhile, he's sitting over there laughing. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, this dude was just playing, okay? Here it is. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Let me see if I can help. If you send me some proof, first time I sent him the proof, he gonna say, I sent him the first time he said send him some proof, I sent him a copy of the link that he sent me. And this brother gonna talk about, what is this? What is this? This not me. I didn't say, what is this? I mean, just running game. So now 5.5 months later, he threatens my life. Okay. The brother threatened me. Okay. And then he lied again. I'm all, it's up to him to call off his goons. Okay. You don't want that to happen. All this nonsense. Brother, you ain't running shit. Okay? Hayat Miwal, you ain't running shit. You don't control a damn thing. I know who does. Okay? And it's the reason why I don't have to go out and get a carry permit. Okay? There's a reason. Remember, I said I was going to do that at first. But guess what? I'm communicating with the Most High. Okay? I'm communicating with the Most High knowledge. Okay? And I don't need to get one. Okay? I got all the protection I need. All right? I know who's watching over me, buddy. Okay? I know who's watching over me. I have no fear when I'm walking in truth, buddy. When you walk in truth, you have no fear. When you walk in truth, you don't walk in fear. You have nothing to fear when you walking in truth. So anybody got something to say to me because I exposed the devil, then I know who you are. Then I know who you are. Thanks for letting me know who you are. You want to defend the devil? You want to defend somebody like that? Then you let me know who you are. And I know the devil has a crew too. Okay? But I tell you one thing, the devil crew ain't got a damn thing on Dr. Malachi ZK York. Okay? Panabaya Noon. Dr. Malachi ZK York. Panabaya Noon. Trop. Tahiti. Buddy. The world's gonna know who the master teacher is. Okay? The world's gonna know who Dr. Malachi ZK York really is. Okay? Because he's coming home. The master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York, is coming home. Why? Because he's 100% innocent. That's why. Okay? That's why he's coming home. Because he's 100% innocent. Okay? Means he's coming home. All right? And when he comes home, we'll see what's really going on. Okay? He'll set the record straight. Okay? Because I think Hayat Mitwal thinks, okay, that the master teacher don't know what he's doing. How can you be that ignorant? Okay? You supposed to be a Nawapian healer and all this stuff. You supposed to know so much. How can you not know that? How can you think that you was going to do something behind the master teacher's back and you were never going to be sought out or found out? How did that even come to your mind? You cannot be that ignorant, but apparently you were. Okay? Apparently you're not paying attention. Apparently you didn't read this book. Apparently you didn't read his other book called The Mind. Apparently you didn't read that book. Apparently you didn't read this book. You couldn't have read it. You could not have read it. Because if you would have read it, then you would have known that the master teacher knows everything you're doing. So my suggestion to you is to start reading these books and applying them to your life. Okay? Stop talking, because now we see what you're doing behind closed doors. So yeah, you helped a few people out while you was in person. But how many people's lives have you destroyed behind closed doors? Hayat Mitwal, answer that question. How many lives have you destroyed behind closed doors with your fake website? Those are questions I want you to answer. Okay? Answer those questions. Don't avoid them. Okay? All right? Because when he avoids them, then you know the devil you're talking to. Because if it was a mistake, he could just answer the question. Okay? But he's not going to be able to answer that one question. Okay? Let me bring that picture out. Because I know one question he ain't going to be able to answer. All right? That was like my last little picture here. Because I wanted to make sure I had evidence, proof. I don't hear nobody's mouth because I know how much y'all just love this dude. Y'all love him so much because y'all up in your face smiling and shit. Y'all up in your face smiling, so of course you love him, okay? You love him because he ain't ripped you off, okay? But once he take your money, then you're going to feel different, all right? So yeah, deny this one, buddy. You can't deny this. There you go, right there. There's a picture of my credit card receipt. And what you say? I did not receive any money, God. And there's a picture of my credit card receipt showing different. Now, why did you lie and say you didn't receive any money? Okay. And look how long ago that was. So he was never intending on giving me anything He said he didn't receive it. Okay, so now I showed you all the proof. You still gonna support that devil? You still gonna support that devil? You still support that devil? It lets me know who you are. Okay, that's all. It lets me know who you are. Okay, because yeah, all devils work together. Like that saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. Okay, yep. And you know it's a fact. You know it's true. Is it not true? Don't birds of a feather flock together? Right. Anyway, when the master teacher comes home, he's going to straighten out everything. All right. So, yeah, I happened while you needed to be exposed. So, man, there you go. That's it. I don't have any other stories to tell today except that. And I'll leave you with this. Don't forget, okay, to vote for the master teacher. And I keep saying the one and only master teacher because he's the only one with 76 trillion years of the correct knowledge and information. Okay. He's the only one that has that. Okay. He's the only one that could read the hieroglyphics on the wall. He's the only one with speaks 19 languages. He's the only one that has written over 1,500 books. I mean, come on, you guys. We got to give credit where credit is due. Okay. No one else on the planet has 76 trillion years of the correct knowledge. So come on, let's stop playing and let's vote for the master teacher, the one and only master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York. Okay. And another thing, I know people be looking for a spiritual community or an awakened community. Okay. So far, I've only found two. Okay. Two worth mentioning. Okay. Because the only two I know that are teaching Wusubat anyway. All right. And you're going to get the best information from what I found out. Okay. And you're not getting any better than Dr. ZK York with the actual facts. Okay. That actual facts podcast. He has it every 9 days. The 9th, I wrote it down here, the 9th, the 19th, and the 27th. Okay, on those days, you can check out his podcast, the Actual Facts Podcast. And hey, the Actual Facts Podcast is bringing you actual facts. And the brother is a very good teacher, very good. He makes it clear, breaks it down. He shows you the facts, man. He shows you the actual facts. So if you're not annoying by watching Dr. ZK York, then I don't know, maybe it's not for you. You still want to be in religion? If you still want to be in religion after watching Dr. ZK York, go back to your religion. It's not for you then, okay? It's for the awakened, all right? It's for the people that want to do something. It's for the people that want to make the change in life. It's for the people that want to put in the work. It's for the people that want to be responsible for themselves, okay? It's for the people that want to be responsible for themselves and their family, and they want to be their brother's keeper, okay? So that's what this is about, love and unity and showing it, putting it into practice for real, okay? Not waiting for somebody to come and take you up to heaven, okay? Not waiting to, you can do whatever you want to do. You can harm somebody. You can treat them any kind of way. And that's all you got to do is say, oh, forgive me, Jesus. And that's it. And I'm finna float up to heaven. Just make it so easy, okay? When we already know life is not like that, okay? Wish life was that easy, okay? But no, in Wusubat, you're studying the correct knowledge, okay? Getting some actual facts, okay? And that's what's going to save your life, whether you know it or not, by following the correct teachings of the master teacher, Dr. Malachi ZK York. So Dr. ZK York on the actual facts podcast and OSM Vision. Okay, they got a lot of student teachers there. Dr. Sequin is a great one. OSM Vision on Tuesdays. Ask Us Anything, and they have class on Saturdays. Okay, so you want to find out a conscious community. Those are the only two that I can even recommend. That those are only two I would recommend. Okay, everybody else, I'm not even. I can only talk about what I know. Okay, and those are the only two that I know. All right, so those are I've seen a bunch of them. I've seen a bunch of them. Okay, and all those people out there. I mean, I'm not going to name any names. Okay, I won't do that because some of these people you guys just love. You guys just love them so much. Okay, but I'll tell you this. I'll put it to you this way. Anybody that call themselves in a conscious community, anybody talking about they know so much about ancient Egyptian history, okay, if they're not talking about the innocence of Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, if they're not telling you that Troth and or Tahiti is here in the flesh, he's alive, okay? Our master teacher, our chief, our most high is here. Why don't they know that? When they know energy never dies. They'll tell, oh, energy never dies. It just transforms. Okay. All right. Well, then why aren't you telling anybody about Dr. Malachi Z.K. York? Why aren't you telling anybody about Dr. Malachi Z.K. York? Since you know this information, you should know this then. Why don't you know that? And people will tell you anything. Oh, I'm a scholar in this. I'm a scholar in that. I seen somebody on OSM Vision had the Christians. They had these people on there that call themselves Christians. Had one of them on there talking about he's a Bible scholar. Okay, when people start telling me how much of a Bible scholar they are and how much of this religion they're so good at and they know so much, I look at them and think, where's your comprehension then? Because every person I know that said they studied the Bible wasn't a Christian anymore. They understood what they were reading. I had one guy that I knew, he went to all the top Christian schools, okay? He even went to this Christian college where all these other top ministers go to. Whatever this is Christian college where all these so-called Christians go to, okay, and they want to be a big time Christian. He went there, okay. He's actually supposed to be a ordained minister in these different Christian groups, okay. And after studying so much, you know what he told me? And this was a white guy, supposedly, okay, because we already know there's no such thing as white and black. So anyway, he said, all those religions are full of crap. Okay? All of them. And he was smoking a cigarette because he just given up. Okay? He had given up. And then he tells me, and he goes, yeah, he goes, they do all this stuff. And he goes, and then they try to teach us about, we got to say Jesus is white. He goes, and then Jesus is black. Okay? He smoked a cigarette. And he goes, and Jesus is black. Man, you should have seen how all these white folks, we was in the break room. You should have seen how all these white folks got mad, got heated, boy. But this is another white guy saying this. But all the other white people, they got mad. One of them stood up and started shouting. And then he just starts shaking his head. And he's like, you see that? Okay. It's like, dude, you yelling and screaming and acting all berserk because somebody disagree with you? Yeah, we see how Christians act. Right. Yeah, murderers, killers. Okay, that's how you got the religion. They forced it on you. Okay, they forced the religion on you. Okay, kill, steal your land, rape your women and children, feeding little babies to alligators. Just all kind of evil stuff that they did in the name of religion. And for some reason, people still want to follow their religion. They want to follow their belief. instead of getting into the knowing. Okay. It's time to bring in Wusubat. Okay. Wusubat, now and forever. Religion, never. Okay. So we'll leave it with that. Wusubat, now and forever. Religion, never. Ashuk Wadu.